Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to another short video here as I continue through that Elvira's movie Macabre Coffin collection set with film number 6 out of this collection, which is for Eegah from 1962, in which the only actor I'm actually familiar with from this one is Richard Kiel, or Kiley, or Kiel. I'm not really sure how to pronounce his name, but he's best known perhaps as Jaws in the James Bond film Moonraker, but he's been in several other films over the years, including Happy Gilmore among them. But what is this film about as we dive into the film first before we go into the Elvira aspects of this episode? Well, the synopsis is as follows. Teenagers stumble across a prehistoric caveman who goes on a rampage. That's all there is to it. That's all that they say. It's very simple, but somehow they take that and they stretch it out for 90 minutes. 90 painfully long minutes. This film, it does have its moments, I guess, setting up the characters and the situation, this teenager seeing this random prehistoric caveman who somehow is there. Okay, it's a B movie, let's just roll with it, but it does kind of plot along slowly and randomly while also working in a few small, musical numbers, as one of the teenagers is also a singer and guitar player, I guess. It's not even important to the story, but it seems to pad that runtime a little bit. But basically, one teenager sees Caveman, she freaks out, tells her father and her boyfriend. The father goes out to investigate, and he gets hurt, is kind of shacked up with this caveman. And then the daughter and, her boyfriend need to, track down the father and try to rescue him as they escape. And the caveman is now tracking them down and following them into town a little while later. But there isn't really much else to say, as we kind of approach this ending, except that it does move very slowly. And on IMDb, it has a rating of 2.2 out of 10. 2.2, which seems just about right for this one. There's really not much to say. I think they're trying to play off of almost like a King Kong kind of thing, in that this creature's just misunderstood and not really bad. But yeah, it doesn't really work very well. But as for the Elvira portions of this, as she's presenting this during movie Macabre, she did go a bit further in this presentation than she did in the last one, as she's presenting this as part of an award ceremony for what she calls the Elvies, little Elvira awards, where she pokes fun at all the performances and makes up, different awards, depending on that performance and who she's wanting to kind of make that joke about. And luckily she ran with this the entire time. She really kept with the award scenario, making dig after dig throughout. Compared to the previous one, The Terror, she seemed to not only have more going on with this skit, with actually having a little bit more of a set, but she's also, as she ushers us in and out of the commercial breaks as well, but there are also a lot more pop-ins happening throughout the film. So this seemed like she just put a little bit more into this one to kind of make it, a little bit more fun. Though unlike some of the other films, the humor doesn't really make up for the shortcomings of the film necessarily, but it definitely does help it along, like I said. But while viewing it, I did find myself losing interest in the film itself. I mean, it's a 2.2 for a reason. But I did kind of just keep looking forward to when Elvira would pop on the screen with one of her little bubble pop-ins to make some little jab at the film, or when we would get to one of those transitions for the commercial breaks to kind of see what she's going to throw at it next. And that alone kind of made it worth checking out. And speaking of checking out, thanks for checking out this other quick video here for Eegah from 1962 as presented by Elvira during movie Macabre in the Coffin collection. So that's film number 6 is done. There's about 22 more of these to go. And I'm pretty much not familiar with anything else in this set that I can remember at least. But it looks like there's going to be, a lot of these kinds of films, these little B movies, but I still kind of plan on going through and trying to sit down and just watch the movie for what it is and hope that she's able to make some good jokes and make it worth me sitting down to watch. So be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to get that notification for when I put up those new entries. Plus, I do try to put up other ones besides this, usually 1 to 3 a week. I just recently revisited Escape from New York, and I have one more film in the Omen series to go through for the Omen Part 4 before I end up sometime in the next coming weeks checking out the remake to see what they did with that one. But anyways, that's all I've got for this quick little entry. Thanks for coming by, and I will see you in the next one.